All right, everyone, game number 7, the grand finale here in this best of 7 between OGS, MC, and TSL's PuMa. Last game in the series. This time we are on Crevasse. Here in the bottom left is MC, our blue Protoss player, and in the upper left, TSL's PuMa as the red Terran player. So obviously, we're all tied up right now, 3-3, and MC making a pretty fantastic comeback. PuMa pulling ahead pretty strongly in the early part of the series, but MC clawing his way back up, and yeah, we'll be I am thrilled to see who ends up winning this series. Just again, love these two players. This has been a great series. I guess this is one of the great reasons to support casting a long, drawn-out series of games. I asked you guys in game number 5, I believe it was, to tell me what you think, whether you prefer best of 3s, best of 5s, best of 7s, or if you prefer just single games between two opponents. Still want to know what you think about that, so feel free to leave it in the comments. Even though I don't always respond, I'm fairly busy. I try to make time to read the comments on my videos, at least once a day or so. I like to just peruse through and see what everyone's saying, how you guys are feeling, and what's going on with your day. So yes, Crevasse, this is the last map, and I couldn't be more happy about this map being the last one in the series because it's one of my favorite. I know I say that a lot, but this time I actually mean it. First time I saw this map, I was like, "This is amazing!" Actually, it made me feel like I was playing Diablo. It's got that feeling, the ambiance there, especially the trees. I don't know what it is about those trees, but they drive me nuts. I'm like, "Oh, I'm playing Diablo right now," but I'm not. I'm playing StarCraft. I won't be playing Diablo for at least another week or two. Beta very soon. How exciting! Right now, we can't see MC again. Man, he has been spot on with these probe scouts. I don't know if he's stream hacking or what, but PuMa. Crazy fast expansion right now. Now with that in-base expo, that backup base expo that's here on Crevasse, certainly allows you to do something like this, but that doesn't make it any less risky, This is certainly a very, very risky situation, and we'll have to keep an eye on as to what MC decides to do in response. But if PuMa can defend himself and MC doesn't respond in expanding, then PuMa's going to be in a great spot because he just went straight for that command center. That was command center first, command center before the ranks even. Nutso stuff indeed. Back over here, what is MC doing? In fact, he does have the one assimilator holding back on that second one right now. Is he just going to go for that 1 gate expand, or is he going to try to go 4 or 5 gate? Or that aggression could certainly be very strong, and it could certainly do very, very well for him. So let's keep a close eye on what's going on. I do fully expect a bunker. There is actually no way that PuMa is not going to get a bunker because, he knows that MC knows what's going on. And, this is going to inform the decision of, I got to be careful because there's already streaming across the map. We've got 2 Zealots, one of them about to walk up the front. We've got a Stalker coming on through here, 2 additional gateways. So at the very least, is opening up with these 3 gateways worth of pressure. Now that one Zealot will be chasing around the Marine. This does force those SCVs to move down and engage. Look at that little dance there, a little hoedown between those SCVs and that Zealot. The Zealot will be forced to continue to walk away. Those SCVs can catch up to it. That Marine having a little bit more of a difficult time. Now here we go, the Zealot coming on forward. There are 2 pylons here as well. He is just with those 3 gateways, but he's going 3 gate aggression. He will be right inside of PuMa's base, and the biggest thing though for MC is to try to, besides killing off any units that may stream out, needs to hurt that economy, because if PuMa continues to mine from 2 bases, it doesn't matter if MC kills off a few SCVs or Marines here and there, because he'll just have the economy to keep it up. He really needs to try to hurt that economy and take down these production buildings. Now, we do have the bunker up, but those Marines out of the bunker will be getting surrounded with those SCVs onto that Stalker, pulling back to the safety here of these that's not really safety because the pylons aren't warping in any units, and that's because the warp gate research isn't finished. No. So MC losing both those pylons. Oh, that is a travesty and a half. Coming out with another proxy pylon out here, but that certainly hurt him quite a bit. I was like, why is MC not warping in? I didn't realize that we were before the 5-minute mark. This game was already that intense. And yeah, unfortunately for MC, this is looking scary. Now, he will keep up this aggression. Once more, he is still just sticking on these 3 gateways. And he's going to try to do what he can, walking right by that bunker right there, getting us around, though, with those SCVs. And, PuMa not afraid to use those workers to help out in this early game defense. Now this bunker is completely empty. Do we have any more warp-ins? I don't think it's off cooldown quite as of yet. Is he chrono boosting any of that through? It doesn't look like it. So it looks like these Stalkers get taken out. MC is managing to do a little bit of damage, but I don't know how effective this is being because because here comes a second bunker. He's going to walk by this one as well, but here come those SCVs pulling down. Now the lack of mining time is certainly huge, and yes, look at this PuMa engaging with almost every SCV, getting a full surround on those stalkers. Not a lot those stalkers can do when they're pinned in the corner like this, so the Marines plus those SCVs taking out the stalkers, and unfortunately, looks like MC's attack has been stopped right now. I know he just warped in a few more units. I know there's no mining going on right now, but MC he doesn't have a ton, and these bunkers are going to help a lot. And you know, PuMa's comfortable with just using these SCVs plus those bunkers. He's actually repairing some of these SCVs as well. There's a second warp in, maybe with a third warp in, he would be primed to go. Poking forward with a few of these stalkers. Yes, he's going to be waiting for at least another. He still has an opportunity. He's actually going to be coming off with a wall off. He wants to stop these stalkers from being able to walk right up in that expansion, pin them against that bunker and these SCVs. Very nice play there by PuMa. That is pretty impressive. The Zealots are going to town on those SCVs though, having a hard time against that bunker, and this bunker with this mass repair is going to be enough. And again, I love this placement here by PuMa, pinning those units in the corner, preventing them from just walking right up into that expansion and bypassing this, although they do manage to do that right there. Completely bypassing the one Zealot, though, isn't really going to do a lot of damage. I think those SCVs could actually be enough damage to kill them, but the Marines will be pulling down, trying to kill off the Zealot, and the Zealot's not standing much of a chance right now, pinned in the corner. That will force MC to come out with this expansion. That didn't work nearly as well as he would have liked, and actually, wow, look at that. I mean, I thought that MC was behind, but I did not know by that much. That's about a 3-to-1 ratio right there. 2-to-1 ratio, I suppose, is what I meant to say. But still, MC, very, very heavy losses and not doing a lot of damage at all. We can see him trying to come down and destroy these destructible rocks. It looks like MC will be losing this pylon. Not much recourse for him either, because he can't really deal with those shooting from the high ground there. And so unfortunate for MC. MC really had a tremendous opportunity. I think the one big mistake I would say that he made, though, when he had that stalker in the main and these two pylons were sitting over here before the warp gate research finished, he basically told PuMa that there were pylons here. He walked back with that stalker and was like, hey, come over here, check these things out. So showing PuMa those pylons, I think, was a big mistake. Had he peeled his stalker and maybe walked him up here or walked him into the main resource line or something else, it is quite possible that PuMa would not have checked these positions. And then, you know, he could have, as soon as that warp gate research finished, warped in a few waves of units, just waltzed right up here, completely bypassing this bunker. And yeah, he would have been in a better position. So I'm going to say that was probably one of the bigger mistakes here on MC's behalf. I'm sure you'll notice that there hasn't been post-game recaps in this series. Don't plan on doing one in this one. It's just a little tight for time. Sure, if you guys watch my content, you'll know that I've been in the process of a move. I'm still trying to get unpacked, believe it or not. Just things have been so hectic with all the content I've been producing over the past 48 hours. I just really haven't had the time. So just trying to bang out this series for you guys, and then I'll be going and start trying to get some of my boxes unpacked. I'm moved in, but I've still got boxes piled everywhere. And here we go right now, moving down with those Marines and Mirage, dropping that proxy pylon. So right now PuMa has basically pushed back any threat that MC had, and yeah, MC's in a tough spot right now. Let's take a look here at the income. We can see PuMa pretty strong position right now in terms of those resources, both as minerals and gas, quite a bit ahead of what MC has. We did just see the scan go down as well. Checking for any tech. Wants to see what's going on. It looks like MC will be sticking gateway heavy, no robo or any sort of tech right now. What is this? Twilight Council coming out. So, of course, Charged Zealots and or Blink Stalkers. MC's clearly been a fan of both in this series. We do have that Ghost transition, but, the thing is, yeah, MC took some losses, but as we saw earlier, if we take another look there at the loss tab, MC is clearly behind where PuMa is right now. PuMa took a little bit of losses, but not nearly as much as what MC took, and I really think that it's just going to be tough. That's all I really got to say. It's going to be very tough for MC right now. We can see this counterattack. A pretty nice spread over here, though. He's placing these proxy pylons kind of all over the place. A nice force field, though, getting a small little victory here. Sequestering a few of those units, being able to take them out quite easily. And another force field wall, but there's some big EMPs, a couple of ghosts there, taking out the rest of the energy, so no more force fields for these sentries. We got about one left over here. Actually really surprised he's not throwing down a Guardian Shield. That would help quite a bit, especially early game before these upgrades come into play. A Guardian Shield is very, very strong, so would have liked to see that there, but regardless of the fact, he did manage to mop that up with some nicely placed force fields, and that's Pretty much exactly what MC needed to do, because you can see right now it's starting to tilt the scales back in his favor a little bit. Really not in the position, though, to walk into those bunkers. That will force him back right now, if to no other position than to just sit here in the middle. So the upgrade of choice is going to be those charge zealot that's charge, the research charge for those zealots. That will be his first decision. May go into those blink stalkers as well, killing off the scouting SCV over there. But right now, in terms of being able to defend himself, PuMa's feeling pretty strong. I don't really think that MC can push this quite at the moment, even when that charge upgrade finishes. We do also have a Dark Shrine coming out right now. I can't believe I nailed that in the first camera click there. So yes, a Dark Shrine right here for MC, and we'll be getting some Dark Templar into play. And actually, I don't think that that's anything that, he's not really prepared for. Although, he does have the Ghost, and EMPs will stop that. So here's the Guardian Shield with those Charge Zealots. We'll be trying to swoop right up on those bunkers, doing a lot of damage, but took a heavy hit from that EMP as well. Lots of Marines in there, still 2 bunkers up, mass repair. That'll be enough to force this push back right there. So some very nice swooping action, catching right up on those bunkers. But that EMP stopped any additional force fields that MC would have likely dropped down force fields to prevent repairs. But that unfortunately didn't work because of that nicely placed EMP there by PuMa. Ghost certainly very strong, and something if you don't use in your gameplay in TVP as Terran players, get used to it, because Ghost very, very powerful in this matchup. As you can see here, when properly managed, just can be completely devastating. Sorry there for a little blip in frame rate. I had to pause momentarily because I just coughed my brains out, so that's no good. We can see over here MC coming out with that 3rd expansion. Now we do have the 3rd base finished over here for PuMa. He is changing that first into Orbital Command. A little hot swap, so we will start to see medevacs come into play. Now I did just see a Dark Templar. Here he is, and let's see if he can do any damage at all. Killing off a few of these Marines, getting a few free kills, but there's a scan. And yeah, the choice is you can drop a scan or you can just throw down an EMP, and EMP will decloak that unit. And that certainly isn't the greatest thing. But the problem is you don't really want to waste that energy for a single Dark Templar. It's usually kind of like, but he did anyways. It's better than taking heavy losses, I suppose. So there we go. Pretty much no problem dealing with those DT. It looks like these pylons could be in a little bit of danger here as well. We have that factory scout moving across the map. He's looking for any possible hidden expansions from MC. This will allow him to quite easily send a medevac or 2, drop on them, and take them out pretty much without hesitation. MC doing what he can to try to defend himself. In terms of army here at the 3rd, he doesn't really have a lot though. Taking a look here, yes, MC quite outnumbered right now, 78 army supplies as opposed to the 50 here. So PuMa sitting in a very strong position, also setting up his 3rd right now, just getting his 3rd saturated over here as well. So MC starting to do what he can, but losing those DT, that's a little bit scary. I think he's just trying to force the use of EMPs, and that's certainly a smart idea. But losing a DT as a result of that is a little scary as well, just because DT are so expensive, and this is a very large force. And I think this is really the point in the game that we are starting to see PuMa's big advantage of getting that quick expansion up and protecting it. I think that this is really starting to show itself here. You can see just a huge discrepancy right now. PuMa in a very strong position, almost doubling the army supply right now of MC. He's got a few ghosts in there, getting ready to land some clutch EMPs, stimming up, moving forward. There's the EMPs right on top of the sentries. Might be seeing another EMP over there. And this Terran army just tearing through MC. And MC calling the good game. So there you go, guys. That is the result of this best of 7 series. Looks like PuMa did pull out victorious. The Terran player wins. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about series of games as opposed to single matchups between 2 players. Let me know kind of what you guys prefer. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this series. Hope you've been enjoying my content. And yeah, things are going great here. So going to keep up this video production and keep churning out these videos to keep you all entertained. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please do subscribe. Thank you again. Keep watching and keep owning.